Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. My homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One, the Exalted One, and the fully enlightened One. My homage to the Dhamma, the expounded teachings of the fully enlightened One, and my homage to the Sangha, both the noble Sanghas and also the conventional Sanghas. I would like to pay respect to all the most venerables, and my dear friends in Dhamma, dear Dhamma brothers and sisters who are watching live, and a warm Dhamma greetings after a long time to all the viewers, the Buddhist devotees, the followers, whoever are watching this live now on our Nakprok's Facebook fan page. So it's almost a month, let's say, that I was absent to be here. I was not present here to come and give the Dhamma talk or to share the Dhamma delight, the reflection on Dhamma that I usually do it on every Friday, starting at 7 p.m. on every Friday, let's say. So due to the absence, I was, let's say I was in a busy schedule, and I had to go somewhere, and also I've been working on something else. And as for today as well, this morning I went to an international school on behalf of my director at Mahachulalongkorn Buddhist University, who assigned me to go to an international school called Thai Chinese International School to give the Dhamma talk like now that I'm giving to all the viewers who are watching, right? And for this morning, I did give a speech, I did give a talk about moral and wisdom enhancement, right? The school wanted me to deliver the speech, to talk about how to become a good person, have morality, virtues for students, right? And however, regarding as a good person, it's not only about students, but it was also for teachers, administrators, staffs, and also the parents who were present there, right? They had a virtual Songkran festival, let's say, virtual Songkran festival for the students, right? Due to the pandemic, since the last year, they couldn't organize any programs which could gather up many peoples, let's say, which could have been risky,
of course, on the back of
in terms of gathering many amount of people.
Let's go over the user interface
So they couldn't
first.
do,
Starting in the top
let's
left
say
corner,
that they
we
couldn't
have the home
do
icon that
activities
takes you back to the device
like
selection
physical
screen.
activities with
To the right of it are a set of
many
5
people,
icons.
many
The
amount of
first one
people
lets you
there,
know
so
if
they
the
had to
Bluetooth is paired
organize
between the phone and
the
the
virtual
gimbal.
conference.
The second one shows what
And
photo mode you're in, and
I
we'll
was
go over the
assigned by
different
my
photo modes
director
in
and
just a
also
bit.
invited by
The
the
bottom
school
right corner,
to
we
give
of
the
course
Dhamma
triggers
talk
movie recording. But
there.
now it's important to know
And
that
they
is
had
the
a
zoom
live
input
streaming,
up
let's
to
say.
the rest of the
So this morning
conversation
I talked
and hit the menu
about
button to exit.
moral
This camera.
and
When you
wisdom
select speakers,
enhancement,
you just press on
right?
the camera button.
Morality, right?
Now to not make this
So,
video too
what
playback.
normally means morality
if you
or
want to use the
moral
fifth
or
icon,
virtues
The gimbal.
Additional
means
options.
here.
EIS software version of the
According to
automatically, but if
Buddhism,
not, select
or
Google
according
Play
to the
Store.
Buddhist
Once you boot up
perspective,
the app,
what
it
we
should-
believe about morality
L,
is
you-
that
While you're going a
each
straight
and
path,
every
to notice
person
triggers.
should
You can
have
actually use the full follow mode to position
moral
the key
belief,
If you hold the top trigger, you'll
the
be
faith
able to
toward
quickly move the
towards
phone
doing
Last
good
mode is
things,
standby
good
or sleep
deeds,
mode. You can easily
starting by thinking good,
unclip it to quickly resume
doing
filming.
good, and speaking good.
Set the break on the
But the first one starts
down to
from
L.
thinking
L.
good,
Once you boot up the UI Play
right?
camera app,
Good
which is free on the
thought starts from a good thought. If you have a good thought, a good mind to think clearly, then you can put into actions. It might be verbally or physically. So it all starts with you, right? So you have to start from yourself by thinking good, doing good, speaking good. And from mental to physical actions, let's say. However, there are characteristics of a good person, a characteristic to point that these are the qualities that a good person should have.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm here.
So let me share you these three things that I prepared, that I also shared to the school this morning. The first one is you are or you must be a troublesome person. The second one is not causing trouble or problems to others. And the third one is not censured or reprimanded by the wise people. So the first one here is that when you do something, you don't bother or harm yourself. You don't get in trouble. You are not in problem. Doing things or causing actions that doesn't bother you, doesn't harm you, doesn't get yourself in trouble, let's say like that, right? And the second one is when you do something, any actions, verbally, mentally, or whatever, shouldn't harm to others as well, shouldn't cause others to have troubles. Right. So let me give you an example of a person smoking at a public place, in a public place, let's say. You might think that smoking, while you are smoking, you might think that I'm not bothering to anyone. I'm just smoking by myself. I'm not harming anyone. And definitely, how can you believe, or how can you definitely say that you're not harming to yourself and others? Definitely you are doing. You're harming yourself. You're harming your health, right? We all know that when we smoke for a long time, if you are a chain smoker, you keep on smoking in your regular life, daily basis, let's say, you keep on harming your health. While you are smoking in a public place, definitely you are going to harm others as well. You are causing trouble to others as well. You are being troublesome to them, right? So we need to think about these things. And there are many other examples like this that we can find, right? I'm just giving you a brief example, a short example, let's say. And the last one is not to reprimand it or censured by wise people. If you did something wrong, wise people. So how can we know they're wise people? We can know by they are wise because they don't do these things. They don't cause harmful things
So
to themselves, to others,
think
to
you'll find
whoever
this two controls.
they don't want to.
Now also that top button.
Your father
will
and
stiffen
mother
up all
could
your
be a
motors,
wise person
so you can whip
for
this
you,
thing around
wise people for you.
So when you want
Because
to do a little
whenever
editing, oh,
their
bit of
child,
fitness
their son, their daughter does something bad, like in our childhood, right, when we do something wrong, we have our father and mother, any our relatives, come to warn us, come to let's say warn us.
In my
I
opinion,
mean,
that footage looked great. I'm not
to
seeing
not
any
let-
issue with the image stabilization from the iPhone.
do the same thing, right? So they are like our teachers, first teachers. Talking about the teachers, apart from our family, our father and mother, also teachers in our schools who shows us the right path. If we are a Buddhist, we go to temple, we ask for 5 precepts. And it's a monk's job, a Buddhist monk's job, to give the precepts and also to make the one who is keeping the precept to have awareness to maintain that 5 precepts, to abstain from all the 5 things in the 5 precepts. So these are, let's say, these are the wise person. It depends upon situation, right? And let's move on to another thing, which is the levels of goodness, right? When we have a good characteristic, when we know the characteristics of a good person, definitely we have the levels of goodness too. The first one is we know that we are good because we have never conducted any bad deeds. The second one is we know that we are good because we have only done good deeds. And the last one is we know that we are good because we have maintained the good things. So the first one here, good because you have never done any bad things, which means that you've always followed, you always have faith, you're always confident towards doing good. Because your parents, your father, your mother, your relatives, your surroundings, the environment that you're living in is helping you to teach these things, right? So it's a good point, plus point, let's say. Because your father and mother teaches you to good things and abstain from doing evil things or bad things, let's say, which might harm yourself, which might harm your thoughts, your thinkings, your mindset, which also results into your actions, right? So this is like we've always been taught to do good things and we keep on doing. And whenever we do something bad, even a single lie, let's say, we hesitate to do it. So this is how a good person keeps on doing good. And the second one is good because you've done good deeds, which is similar to the first one. The first one was have never done bad things. The second one is good because of you have conducted good things, because you keep on doing the same good things in your life, right? And the last one is good because you have maintained that good things, which means that the things you have doing good, you keep on doing and keep on accumulating the good deeds, the results of good deeds, and you have been maintaining it, let's say. However, on the other hand, I would also like to share you about, so how can we know who is good, who is bad, right? I just want to say that it all depends upon you. It's about your consciousness, conscience, let's say. Conscience, that we have the sense of knowing what is wrong or what is right to do. Normally in Buddhist text, we use the term hiri o tappa. Hiri literally means the senses of knowing what is wrong or right, and otappa means the moral dread, the awareness that keeps you from, that stops you from doing bad things. As I mentioned you earlier, that when you have been doing good all your lifetime, and you have been ordered, or you are in a situation that you have to do bad things, or even a single lie, definitely we will start to hesitate, because you have never done something bad in your life. You've always had good thinking. You've always done good deeds, which is physical actions. You've always spoken good, which is verbal actions, right? So it depends upon each person's conscience towards actions, situations, time, place, right? Time and place is also one of the important things when it occurs in our life, because time and place for everyone is not the same here. For people who has always been doing good, might be surrounded with the people who encourage them to do good things, who have good supporters, good well-wishers, who always support them, encourage them to do the good things, which is different from the people who has been living their life with conducting evil things. Sometimes, let's say, it might not directly bother them, but it's bothering or making trouble to others. For example, like a thief who steals to live, to make his daily livings by stealing from others. Definitely there's no drawback, there's no disadvantage for a thief who steals from others to live their life. He doesn't have any problems with stealing. However, he is causing trouble to others, the people who they stole from, right? So these are the situations here. Okay, now let me compare human life with a house. I hope everyone knows a house, right? We have to build a house by constructing it, right? A house should be made through constructions. We have to have pillars, walls, floors, all those materials to build a house, let's say. Or just imagine the house you are living, right? Let me give you an example of roof, walls, pillars and floors. So these are the four main materials for a house. Even though there might be some additional materials, I will share you about these four things. So this is a model of a house comparing to a human life. What a human life, what a people, normal people like us should have. So the first one is roof. The roof of the house. I hope that everyone knows the roof of the house, right? So the roof of the house is compared to wisdom or education. Definitely, if you want to survive in this competing society, in this competitive world, let's say, we all need to have knowledge, skills to survive, to thrive in our daily life. But not only to live in the competitive world, but also to live in a society, in a community. We need to have knowledge, education, knowledge about rules and regulations, social orders, many things. So this is compared to a roof. Roof is important for a human, for a people like us, for a person like us, to live their life in a society. Because knowledge is the one which helps us, which lifts us, let's say, lifts us from front hand to back hand. I don't know what to use in this term, right? So let's say that if you are living in a unsatisfied life, or if you want to change your quality of life, then education, knowledge, skills will help you uplift that qualities. So let's move on to the second one, which is walls. Walls is, every house must have walls, right? Square or round or whatever shape, let's say. It depends upon a shape of a house. So walls here is compared to power or a goodness that you have accumulated. Power here doesn't mean the power like superheroes, superhuman powers, but power here means that the thing that you earned from your goodness, like by helping others, and the respect that they gave to you, right? Like you are a authorized person in a company, and you have your colleagues, the people who work for you, work under you. This is also a kind of power according to authority. But how can we win their heart? We can win their heart by doing good to them. Not only by ordering them, bullying them, but we can win their heart, gain their respect by doing good to them, by having a good mindset, by leading them in a rightful way, and by praising them, by appreciating in their work, let's say. So these is compared to walls, right? And these things will help you accumulate the goodness. This is how others have respect towards you. This is the power that I've been talking about. You have to accumulate it. We just cannot gain this power by doing wrong things to them. So let's move on to the third one, which is one of the important things in a human life, let's say, are pillars. I hope everyone knows the pillar, right? We have pillars who can lift the weight of a ceiling, a roof, right? Who can weight the let's say who can lift the weight of a house. So in terms of a human life, it is compared to a secure job, a career path, a secured career, let's say. It's because that when we have knowledge, when we have education, definitely for lay people like those who are watching right now, is important to have a good knowledge, good education, and a secure job, career path, in order to live their daily life. Because as you can see from the current situation, especially difficult time like this, people are becoming jobless. People are just resigning from job due to stress level, due to anxiety, depression, many things. But for those who have been working, who are encouraged to work harder, who have been working hard and trying their best to live up, right? That's one of the good things. You are still in a better life than those people who are jobless, who don't have job. So that's why secure job, your career path, is one of the important. And the last one is the floor, which is the base of every houses. And the floor here is compared to morality, right? Morality here means the good virtues that you have. If every people have roof, walls, and pillars, that's true, it's an important thing. But if you don't have the floor, the morality, the good virtue, like gratitude, then we don't have like a main principle, major points in our life. Gratitude. A gratitude is also known as a sign of a good person, right? So what is gratitude? Gratitude or grateful. Grateful to what you are, what you have, what others have done for you, right? When you are born, you have good education, good job, everything is good, going good in your life. Or even though you are not in the stage of that good, but you are still living a good life, let's say. Neither rich nor poor, right? Let's say that we must be grateful to what we have. We must be grateful to our fathers and mothers who gave birth to us. And let us see this world. We must be grateful towards knowledge, education, when we gained the degrees, education, knowledge, whatever, to schools, to our teachers, to whoever comes to our life who have done something good, something beneficial to us in our life. We must be grateful to them. grateful to this country, grateful towards people who you think has helped you in your life, right? So this is gratitude. This is a sign of a good person. So I'm not sure, I haven't seen the lives yet. I will check on live that how many of people are watching. Okay, let me greet to all the Buddhist devotees who are watching, right? Sadhu, sadhu to every upasaka, upasikas, Buddhist devotees, anumotana sadhu to who has been following us, right? Say, so I was talking about the moralities, the good virtues, are qualities of a good person, let's say, right? So yeah, so before I end today's talk, let me just conclude what I've talked earlier. So I just talked or shared you about the characteristics of a good person. Let's say a quality. What qualities should a good person have? The level of the goodness, right? If you have doubts that what kind of people, a person is called a good person, then definitely come to reflect on what